Alright guys, so we got started on leveling out our space here for our shop. We've got, I don't know, probably about 20 wheelbarrow loads of dirt brought over. It's going to take a bit more, I think, but at least we're not leveling a whole lot because we only have, well, like from that far corner over there, this is where the slab's going to be. So that far corner over to right there is only about 3/4 of an inch difference. And even down to here, which is the lowest point, is only about 1.5 inches lower. So it's probably going to take more than what we have over here so far, but not going to take a whole lot more. Probably another day of moving dirt will do it. And so we've got all of our metal ordered. It's supposed to be here in about a week, week and a half, something like that. So once that's here, we'll have the weld plates, which are just like some 6x6 squares with studs sticking out of the bottom of them. So we'll be able to pour the concrete when those arrive, assuming we have our form up and everything by then and have everything leveled out. But I think we will. I'm looking around seeing if we can find some like pea gravel or something like that to dump in here, maybe some road base or something to put under the concrete, but I don't know. I've been told by some people that you don't need it, and others are like, you have to have it. So, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. All right, guys. So I've been watching all these people making up quarantine meals, and I'm going, gosh, I'm just not keeping up. We're just making pasta and stuff. So decided to whip up some stuffing and mashed potatoes, and made some gravy, all from scratch. No bouillon cubes or anything like that. And Lisa wanted some beets, and then the beans there in the back because they were not from scratch. They're from a freaking can. But anyway, and Lisa's done taking pictures of hers, so so now we can eat. All right, so we're going all out today. We got peanut butter pie now. So we got started on the gardening. We we just dug around this mesquite and threw some wildflowers and some other things in here. Birdseed mix mainly, I guess, and hopefully that'll take off. We have to start watering it, I suppose. And then this, let's get over here so we get a better perspective. This is our first big swale. On the left-hand side will be the swale, and then the right-hand side will be the bed. I'm going to plant some just different, what do you call it, like green fertilizer type stuff, and field peas and buckwheat and other stuff. We'll see how it goes. And then I'm going to do another swale to the right of this bed, a little ways down, so we'll have room to walk without walking on the bed. And just a place to collect some water. I mean, when the rains come, I mean, this whole thing just becomes a flooded mess. It sheets down way down there. This part, basically the water just runs over and then it dries out an hour and a half later. So I think it'll be a good place basically to, harvest the water. We'll make sure we have little ducts going past, so when it, when the swales are all full, it has somewhere to go without just washing everything we've done away. But we'll see how that goes. I mean, we're not depending on it or anything, so it'll be, if it works, it works. That'll be great. And then of course we'll put a pond down here or something later, and that's where that water will end up going to, and we can then harvest it. And we dug this down just a little bit, so hopefully it'll gather a bit of water and make it. We just planted some random stuff, some sunflowers and other stuff down here. The hope is that this is a decent place for some stuff like potatoes, sweet potatoes, things like that. But we're gonna do this planting, and then we'll probably do some daikon radishes or something this fall. And yeah, anyway, just basic plans right now. We haven't really decided what we're going to do long term, but it's something. We're going to put another little bed in there, kind of protected by all these bushes and whatnot. Maybe we can grow some greens in there or something. Anyway, so that's what we've been up to today. Finally getting busy with this garden stuff. It only took us a year and a half. Oh, I'm gonna walk over to the tiny house for a minute because we've done some painting and whatnot, so some new stuff. All right, so I went ahead and painted all the walls and didn't even worry about the overspray hitting the ceiling. And then after I was done painting all the walls, we went ahead and hung plastic right from the edge of the wall there. And I sprayed the ceiling. I mean, the spray thing is great. It takes, I was out here for no more than probably 45 minutes to do the ceiling and clean up and everything. So the only downside with using the spray is anywhere there's the least little bit of blemish, it shows right through. So, with a roller, when you roll it across, you kind of, the paint kind of goes into those cracks and whatever. But whatever, it looks good anyway. So tomorrow I think I'm going to get the wiring done and whatnot, and get all of our outlets in place and get the ceiling fan up. So we've got that while we're working. I came in here earlier, it was 90 degrees outside. I shot my little laser temperature thing, thermometer, and I was getting, I think it was 72 on the floor, and then I can't remember which, but anyway, it was like 74 degrees on the ceiling, which would be the warmest part of the whole building. So that's a good thing. Basically, as long as the place stayed closed up. I mean, like right now, it's the same temperature inside. It might even be warmer inside than it is outside because it started getting cooler outside as I was walking over here. But anyway, this is good. Oh, and that foam, the spray foam stuff I put in the door, I've used the standard stuff before, and it bulged out the door jamb. But I used this low pressure stuff. I don't remember what they called it exactly, but it was had a purple cap. But that worked great. It didn't bulge out at all. It's good and firm, and it locked in, to all the between the wood and whatever, but it didn't bulge it out at all. So anyway, that's I guess that's it for today on this little building. All right, so tomorrow we're going to break into these 2x6s to basically make the form for our slab. We had originally bought these to make the posts that we were going to use for the wood post frame building, but then I just started calculating out what it was going to cost and time and whatever else, and I'm going, you know what, this is just silly. We should just build it out of metal. It'll be so much quicker and easier, and in the end cheaper. Ooh, sunset. It's even better than squirrel, isn't it? So we're gonna start making the form up tomorrow. Hopefully have this thing all formed, have all the rebar in and everything else by the time the metal gets here, which should be about 10 days at the longest. And then once we have the metal, we'll have those weld plates so we can get those in place and tied into our rebar and whatnot. And then it's just a matter of pouring the slab and I can get to welding. Anyway, so yeah, tomorrow will be this stuff, maybe some electrical in the tiny house, and yeah, I guess that's it. Maybe a little garden time too. Maybe this time I'll throw a camera up so I can show you guys, show us actually doing some work for once. Actual manual labor, not just construction work. Anyway, see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.